Hello everybody and welcome to a new edition of the Extreme Time for Business show. Today we have as a guest Mr. José Manuel FONSECA. He is President and CEO of Brokerslink as well as CEO of the MDS Group. Welcome Mr. FONSECA and thank you for granting us this interview. As far as I know, Brokerslink is a worldwide network of insurance brokers, including 133 countries, if I'm not wrong. But please, for our viewers, tell us a little bit more, and mostly, what were the reasons behind the decision of establishing the network, and if there are some, let's see, market needs that this network can help addressing.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yes, Brokerslink is today present in 133 countries with insurance brokers, so almost covering the world. Okay, but we were born in 20 years ago, so we are celebrating our 20th anniversary, and the idea is to create a kind of alternative to the market, okay? A different way of doing business together and do international business, okay? And create a kind of alternative to the big multinational brokers, okay? That have their own model, okay? But we are trying to, in a way, to build a model where we are based not in offices in different countries, but in entrepreneurial companies, okay? In like Destin, okay? So insurance brokers that are very much entrepreneurial, independent, that they put their clients in priority and not really reporting to someone in New York, and create that kind of network where we can all collaborate together and help us to do business and to share business between all of us, okay? So this is the main purpose of Brokerslink. Together with the insurance brokers in each country, we also have in the organization other kind of companies like risk specialized companies or niche brokers specialized in cyber, for example, or specialized in event insurance, event cancellation, or specialize in fine arts, classic cars, or aviation, okay? That can help all the network, okay? We have companies like asset valuation companies, law firms specialized in insurance, risk consulting companies. So it's a kind of ecosystem where Destine, for example, can find inside Brokerslink all kind of resources and technology and expertise and services that they may need to serve their clients in Romania or abroad Romania. So it's in a way that's the main purpose of Brokerslink. Today we may say that we are responsible for managing $75 billion of premiums, okay, which is sizable. We may represent 50,000 professionals all over the world. So it's probably the biggest distribution organization in the market, okay? And with this DNA that I share with you, much more horizontal, not so vertical as the big brokers that based in London or in New York and then sending orientations to the world, okay? We are much more horizontal, so we are a group of equals, okay, that try to collaborate and to help each other to work together. So in that sense, is a different kind of organization, very much human relationship based, so we know each other quite well, and we invest a lot in human relations, okay? So we just finished a meeting here in Bucharest of 1 day and a half with 100 people, mainly focus on Europe, where for us this is very important because we meet each other, we know each other, we become friends, okay? And this helps a lot to do business in the future.
So mainly you are creating synergies on a wide range of players in this, well, not only distribution, but mainly distribution field. In the Central Eastern Europe, I know that you are very present also in the Central Eastern Europe. Would you say that maybe the less developed markets in this area are benefiting more from this kind of synergy? It's helping them to find products maybe not available in their own country and so forth?
Yes, I could say that. So, in the world we have different stages of development. So we have the very mature markets like London or US or France or Germany. I come from a country that in a way is in the middle, like Portugal, so we are not like so mature as the others. So we benefit a lot of being part of an organization like this one. But yes, I think Brokerslink can be very supportive for these kind of markets that are more recent in a way. They open up much more recent than the others that are here for 100 years or more. So that's normal. But I think we can help to bring solutions and capacities and visibility to and service, okay? Because you are a not so mature market in terms of insurance regarding others, but it's big economies. So Romania is a big economy, Poland is a big economy, Czechia is a big economy with a lot of big industrial companies and so on. So they for sure need support outside their countries, okay? And we are there to serve them as an alternative to the big ones, okay? So to the typical US multinationals on insurance. So I think, let me give you an example. We have a broker in US. We have a broker per country, okay? So we have a broker per country. And in US, we have a broker that is 4 billion of revenue, okay? So 4 billion is impossible to describe, okay? They are very big, 4,000 people. They are the number 8 in the world, okay? And they are our partner in US. So they don't need too much Brokerslink in terms of knowledge or technology, because they are so big that they have all that. They need us more to serve them outside US, for example. They need us in terms when we need support in US, we count on Alliance, okay? But they have a lot of clients that are all over the world, and they will use us. They will use Destins, if it's the case in Romania, or other brokers in different countries. And this is very important for them, okay? But they don't need really too much, a lot of things that you can make available to brokers like Destin or my own broker in Portugal, okay? Because we are not so big. So in a market that is smaller, you cannot be specialized in everything because it's too costly.
Yeah,
okay?
Of course.
You cannot have specialists in all kinds of lines of business. So the importance is not to have them. The importance is to have access to them. Okay? And in Brokerslink, you can have that access. Can be in Amsterdam, can be in London, can be in Paris, can be in Miami, I don't know, can be in Brazil. But the important is that the local teams can have access to specialists, to expertise inside Brokerslink, wherever it is. Okay, so, and I think in these markets, like others in the world that are not so mature as US, for example, I think we can offer a lot. Okay, and they can use Brokerslink on their favor to grow, to do business, to differentiate from the competitors, clearly.
And to know the local culture, I think this is also important to understand and very well know the local culture and way of doing business, because they are very different. The way you are doing business in Romania or in Bulgaria or maybe in Poland than in the US or other part of the world. So in this context, what would you say are the main goals for your association, for the next period? Do you have some targets to reach in the next years?
Well, yes, always. So we have some objectives. One is always to expand the network. So we are already under 33 countries, but we still miss here and there, not so many. But it's important because sometimes a client has an asset in a small country or whatever, so you need to help him. We have always this obsession to improve the network. So if in a particular country we are not happy with the service or the engagement of one of our members, probably need to change because in benefit of everybody. Okay? So we are investing a lot. We are investing a lot in new practices to help our community to do business in some specialized lines, like global employee benefits or risk consultancy or credit insurance. Okay? We invest a lot in technology also to help our members, our brokers, to manage international business, international programs that normally it's very difficult to find good tech tools for that. But our main vision always, our obsession is to support our members to collaborate, to do business together, to improve their portfolio, to share knowledge, training, information, to help them to be more robust, to be more stronger, to be more visible in their markets, and to, in a way, to increase their top line.
I would like to ask you something more, considering your very vast geographical, let's say, expertise. This year's Europe has gone through a very hard period, and economy and also socially there was a high impact, a lot of crises, one after the other. It's practically a perma-crisis, we can say. And in this context, of course, insurance business was also impacted. And there were many ways and many challenges that insurers had to overcome. And of course, insurance distribution also. And given your large view, how would you characterize the current status of the insurance business in Europe? What are the main challenges? What are you expecting to see in the near future?
Well, taking account all the troubles that we live, particularly since COVID, okay? Because COVID was a huge transformation with a lot of impact. That part of that impact, we saw it some years later, like the problems of business interruption, supply chain, that was very much perturbated by the situation in ports and harbors, in Asia, in China, in different markets, that create a lot of pressure, in the industries. And then with the wars, particularly the war here on our neighbors, it creates some big challenges, particularly on the inflation side. So the inflation was probably the most impactful new, because we are not used to inflation from the last, 15 years. And that has a lot of impact also in the insurance industry. The claims became much more expensive, because of inflation. And that also with the financial crisis, and altogether with a lot of impact on in terms of in the insurance market, in the main insurers, in terms of capacity, and risk appetite. So the insurers become much more exquisite in terms of risk appetite. I don't want to cover this, I don't want to cover that. Sometimes just abandon a client, okay, we don't like any longer this kind of risk, so I will not renew. Problems with capacity, so impact on the prices too, so that on the premiums. So I think this was tough, okay, that impact more Europe, okay, in a way.
Yeah.
And Europe is a huge insurance market. Okay? So let's see what is reserved for future. I think inflation is starting to be controlled. Okay, so if nothing, if you don't have another big event, okay, I hope so. It's starting to be controlled. The interest rates, okay, are in the middle of the bridge. Okay, so but maybe they start to cross the bridge to the good side, and that will help. That will help. But yes, we see the big insurers with some issues in terms of capacity and wordings and covers. But you know, the market sometimes restructures itself, and we also see new entrants. Okay, we are seeing some new insurers that are trying to occupy some of the space that the big ones are abandoned. Okay, so it's quite dynamic. Okay, so and we need to pay attention to grab this opportunity, because this can be also an opportunity in terms of finding alternatives in the market.
Yeah, it's an ever-changing environment.
Yeah.
Every day. Well, Romania has become rather recently part of your network. And well, first of all, why Romania was the step at this time?
Yeah, so we were present in Romania before, so we are present in these geographies, but through other brokers. And some years ago, we decided to change. We were looking to, in that idea of improving the network, always, we were looking to have partners much more aligned, much more engaged, okay? Sizable, relevant in the markets. And that's the reason why we, after some search and some conversations, we invite Destined to be our representative in Romania. We love when we look for a new partner, a representative for our network. For us, what is very important is to find brokers that are relevant in their markets, not necessarily international. That is something that they can improve inside Brokerslink. But for us, it's very important to have good teams, relevance in their markets, and motivation and engagement. Okay, and we invite Destin. Destin was very kind to accept to join Brokerslink, and with 1 year of belonging to our community, for us, it's 100% clear that we took the right decision. And I think also Destin thinks that they took the right decision. And we are now very happy to have a broker like Destin, a strong broker with a great team, in a very important market, because it's one of the most important countries and markets in the region, with more than 20 million people, so it's very sizable. So it was that. So and now Destin, in a way, fulfills all the items that for us are quite important to be part of Brokerslink. So.
Well, you have anticipated my next question.
Sorry.
I was going to ask you. Well, I can rather easily understand what advantages you are bringing for Destina broker, because they get access to a large network of professionals and resources. And I was asking what they are bringing into your organization and how they fit in your future plans.
Yeah, first of all, they are bringing the representation for Brokerslink in a very important market, okay, which is which is Romania. Okay, so we cannot afford not to be in Romania. Okay, so it's okay. It's a very important country in Europe. But they can bring in that role, they can bring to Brokerslink influence in the market, because it's a relevant broker, and this is important for us. So if I have a French client that has an asset in Romania, it's important to be managed by a broker that is relevant in the market, okay, that is influent, okay, and not a small broker that is just specialized in something. So for us that is very important. For us, we do it very carefully, because unlike other networks, we only have one broker per country, okay? Which means that broker, in this case Destine, they can say that we are Brokerslink in Romania, and only us, okay? So for us, this is very important, okay? So they bring they bring reputation, they bring a very famous brand, they bring relevance in the market, they bring great people, and that for us is key, okay? Because insurance is people, and on the international, people is even more important, because in the international we don't meet often the colleagues, okay? In our office you meet every day, okay? But I can say that some of my best friends are colleagues that I met twice a year. And I have people that I met every day, and they are not my friends. Okay? So, but for that you need to create trust. You need to, and you need to be very careful with the cultures, for example. You need to be, because each country is a culture. Okay, so we need to listen. We need to respect the cultures, and we felt that very much in the Destine team. So colleagues that have a friendly approach to the international relations, with no arrogance, with a capacity to, to dialogue and to engage and to participate. That is key.
Well, speaking about dialogue, you have just ended this year's edition of your annual European meeting, I understand. You have chosen Bucharest, Romania for it. Why is that? I'm coming again to why Romania?
Yeah. It's an important question, because it's the first time we choose a city, or we choose a country from a broker that is a recent addition to the organization. Normally, we work we do these meetings in markets where the broker is with us for a longer time. Okay, for normal reasons, because a broker, when it's recent, still doesn't know very well the network. So okay, it can be not so comfortable. But when we thought, where should we organize last year? So where should we organize the next European regional meeting? We need to think in geography too. Okay, so we thought that it would be important to again to organize it in the Central Europe, in this region, because I think it's we need to decentralize, so we need to balance our choices, and I think it's a market that needs visibility, is growing, is getting maturity. So I think it will be a great opportunity for Brokerslink and for the partner to organize something important, big for us in this part of Europe. Okay, so we did 2 years ago. We did this meeting in Croatia, okay, in Zagreb. And when we look to the region, say, well, let's do it in Romania, because not only because of Romania, but because of Destiny. Okay, so because since Destiny joined Brokerslink 1 year ago or something like that, we saw them the great will of participating, of understanding, of engaging. So the team, just after joining the team, came to Portugal to visit the team, to spend some time there. They came to all our events. They came to our global conference in São Paulo in October last year. So we understood that they were eager to participate, to be part of, okay? So I said, should be Destiny. So if they are willing to organize this with us, let's do it. It doesn't matter because they are with us for 1 year. It seems they are with us for 10 years, okay? So we start to talk, and the answer was yes, 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 let's do it, okay? So that's what we want. What we want is to have a host that wants to do it. It's not an obligation. They want to do it. They are motivated to do it. I think it's also, because I feel the same when I organize something in my country, I am proud of that, okay? So it's something that I feel good to do that and to bring people from a lot of countries to my city, to my country. That part is also important. A lot of our guests that were here with us, a lot of them never came to Romania, okay, or to Bucharest. So they are discovering the Paris of this side of Europe. For me, it's my second time that I came into Bucharest, but a lot of them never came. So and they became excited. And after watching the video from of how the King Charles, okay, loves Romania, they are even more surprised. So this is also important for the market, for the country. So now, after today, Romania for us is different, okay? Not better than worse, but now we know Romania, okay, better, okay? So and the best way to know a country is through its people, okay? So which happened very much here. So it was a easy decision in a way that worked very, very well. And I even joked this morning when I closed the works that I signed an agreement with Destiny for the next 5 years to do it. Always here, the next regional meetings.
Well, we like to consider ourselves a hospitable country, and hospitable people, so why not? You can come over again and again. Thank you very much, Mr. Fonseca. It was a pleasure having you here.
Thank you.
Congratulations for your new partnership with Destiny. I'm sure that you have made a very good choice. And looking forward to hearing from you soon with other interesting things. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, and keep in touch.
Thank you also for looking and viewing us, and we are expecting you to stay close to our YouTube channel and to see everything that we have to show you in the coming months. See you soon. Goodbye.